If the most beautiful woman in the world married you, would you be troubled? Her name was Melina, a woman so breathtaking it almost defied reality. She was the object of every man's fantasies in town. Whenever she walked down the street, all eyes would lock on her. Men would stop in their tracks to admire her beauty. Some, bolder than others, would take her hand and kiss it, proudly showing off as they did. Most, however, dared not get too close, knowing her husband was a military officer. They could only admire her from a distance. Women looked at her with a mix of envy, resentment, and curiosity. Some even spread rumors that she had lovers outside her marriage. Even the boys who hadn't yet grown into men would wait along her daily route just to catch a glimpse of her angelic face and devilish figure. But one day this woman, admired and desired by all, became the target of the town's scorn. Renato, a young boy, was captivated by Melina from the very first moment he saw her. He would ride his bicycle after her, chasing any chance encounter. He often lingered outside her house, waiting for a moment of accidental closeness. One day, the door opened and Melina appeared in a bathrobe, greeting him warmly. Nervously stepping toward her, Renato dropped the coins in his hand and bent to pick them up, his gaze lingering on her legs, the faint scent of her perfume surrounding him. And then reality shattered. It was all just the boy's daydream. At night, when the world was quiet, Melina filled his thoughts, keeping him awake. One evening, he climbed out of his window and ran to her house. He didn't have the courage to knock, so he peered through a hole in the wall, watching in secret. Inside, Melina was playing a romantic record, dancing slowly with a photo of her husband. Her supposed affairs were nothing but vicious gossip. The truth was her husband was away at the front, leaving her to live alone with Renato's father nearby. The next day, Renato went to a record shop and bought the same album she had. Playing it at home, he imagined her walking toward him, tenderly caressing the restless heart of a boy on the verge of becoming a man. The vision of her graceful, sensual figure pulled him into a whirlpool of longing. He skipped school more often just to watch her. He saw her hold her husband's letters to her chest, speaking softly of how much she missed him. Then, news came that her husband had been killed in the war. The townsmen, instead of mourning, reacted with barely concealed excitement, their long-suppressed desires beginning to stir. Renato rushed to her home and saw her lying in bed grieving. In his mind, he imagined himself as a heroic savior who could rescue her from sorrow. But in reality, he could do nothing. He sat by the sea, writing letters he would never send, crumpling them into bowls and tossing them into the waves, letting the ocean carry them away. From that day on, Melina was a widow.